Welcome to the Great Southern Football League 2018 presentation night. Let you know that this is an official meeting of the league. We'd like to welcome some official guests from Sandford and Community Football, the chairman Peter Linder, some major sponsors of our league. We have Graham Wedding from Telstra. We also have from the Hotel Victor, John Virgin and Peter O'Shaughnessy. We have representatives from Florio Milk. We have representatives from Sports Centre and Ian Knight and Chris Swanson, and from the Southern Argus, Perry Jones. We will also, I hope, have a representative from the Sunday Mail, even though they're not quite here yet. They might be waiting outside. From the South Adelaide Football Club, we have the CEO, Neil Sharp, the assistant coach in Adam Blakely, and a player name that is dear to our hearts in Ben Heaslip, being Victor Harbour person, so welcome to those people. From the Southern Football League, we have the President Craig Warman and the Secretary Malcolm Martin. From the Umpires Panel, we have the President Roy Webb and Ian and David Curran, who both have official roles within that panel. From the Great Southern Netball Association, we have Lynn Cowling and Kristen Adams. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to welcome our League Life members in Kevin Curran, his wife Julie, Herman Lucas and his wife Sue, Neville Miller, Terry Thompson, Trevor Pryor and his wife Deb, and Colin Eckers, who is also a patron of the Great Southern Football League. I welcome our commissioners, headed by Bob Baish, Bruce Brocklebank, John Guy, Ken Rugi, and we have some apologies. Our Great Southern Football League historian in Jan Baish, welcome. To our executive, which is Kevin Curran, Herman Lucas, Andrew Batten, Kim Sewell and David Wynn, welcome. To our Great Southern Football League women's competition, we have an apology which I'll talk about in a minute, but we are represented by Terry Corcoran. From 90.1 Happy FM, who will live stream this event together with our football finals and has been doing football matches throughout the year, we welcome Ken Burgess and his team. To all the club officials, Great Southern Football League selectors, players and guests, welcome. We have apologies from Andrew Smith and Rick Payne from Lion, West End, from Mark Bolton from Telstra, Grant Levy from the head of our subcommittee for our women's competition, unfortunately he is ill, Andrew English and Jared Wright, Andrew English, Vice Chairman of South Adelaide Football Club, and Jared Wright, the league coach. Apologies. We have Commissioner apologies, Alan Swain and John Gorge, a life member apology, and also, probably importantly, if I didn't mention it, Griff, who is affectionately known as John Griffin, who is not only our ambassador to the South Adelaide Football Club, but also a big part of our academy. And Griff's wanting it around somewhere overseas at someone else's expense. He's probably watching me and probably giving me grief at this point. Welcome to all those people and the apologies, and we have some sicknesses, so let's hope that you recover quickly. Well, another big year in football from the Great Southern Football League perspective, and our senior competition, again, having been very tight, with 8 of our 10 clubs having had their opportunity to make the top 5. As a result, you can expect our final series to not only be exciting in all grades, but some close results most likely, and an event that you should not miss. Our junior competition has had its challenges in principally the lesser populated areas, and those clubs continue to work on re-establishing their player numbers for the future. I'd also say that the community football, Sandford, have indicated that that is one of their focuses moving forward. The Great Southern Football League Academy is going from strength to strength, and in 2019 planning already complete, and this will again be exciting for those players, and As clubs, you will receive and reap the benefit of the products that come out of that and the participation, as do the South Adelaide Football Club, and let's hope that we can get some of those players to the next level. I do wish to thank my Vice President and David Wynn for heading that operation, together with Michael Simmons, John Griffin, Brian Munn, Robbie McKinnon, together with a number of coaches, and Telstra and Fluorio Milk, who have big supporters of that competition. For your continued support, excuse me, and in our league, and a big thank you to all of those people. It is an enormous job and an enormous amount of effort that you put into that. Minis Carnival was a great day on the weekend just gone. And congratulations to Wollonga, Maclaren, Strath and Langhorne Creek, who have all won the right to contest our mini final series commencing this Saturday, with the grand final showcase on Sunday the 9th of September at Encana Bay. All clubs should be very proud of the talent coming through our junior operations, and I appreciate and thank all of the clubs for the work that you all do, and the parents for their support of those competitions. The second year of our women's competition exceeded expectation, now with 24 teams representing 8 clubs, player registrations going from 225 in 2017 to over 600 in 2018. This also included success at association level, where we were able to take out the inaugural Jambrace Cup. In addition, we were runners-up in the country championships under the Southern Districts umbrella, where we teamed up with the Southern Football League. The grand final was held at Maclaren in June, and pearler of a day too. To have a sunshine day was absolutely brilliant. And it was exciting with Strath taking out the open flag, and congratulations to them. 2019 promises to be bigger and better again, and we've already been working on overcoming some of the little teething problems that we might have experienced in our first year of a full-blown competition, and many of those initiatives will be delivered in the coming months. A big thank you to Grant Levy, who is unfortunately sick tonight, has had an operation and is not able to be here, but I'm pretty sure he'll be watching on the live streaming. Andrew Batten and Terry Corcoran, who headed that together with the club league delegates and all the club women's representative delegates, who worked so very hard to deliver in 2018. Their presentation night, held at Strathalbyn in June, was really well attended, with about 180 people at that, and it was a great success. The Great Southern Football League again suffered defeat from the Southern Football League in the A-Grade Association match at Strathalbyn this year in June, which could only be described as a very high-class game. Unfortunately, we weren't able to come out on top. At a zone level, we missed out on making the final and finished 4th. And again, in the women's competition, we were runner-up. A big thank you to all those coaches, players, clubs, and many of those players are here, clubs and officials, selectors, trainers and sponsors who supported that event. Without you, we are not able to do that, and we thank you. We shouldn't underestimate the importance of representative football and what that means to not only the Great Southern Football League brand, but to your brands as clubs. We need to continue to concentrate on that. Congratulations also to the players out of the zone competition, both women and men, who received award in terms of the player of the carnival, and there was many and too many to mention. And of course, in the men's competition, congratulations to those that made the state squad and team that competed against Western Australia in July and were successful in another very high-class match. So congratulations to them. It was a ripper to watch. And to take home the chocolates narrowly, they did a great job. We have a little bit of work to do to re-establish our position at this level, but I would say to you that there is very little difference between winning and losing at this level. It's very minute, as Peter Galbraith, who is our coach of our association team and assistant coach, for which we thank you, Peter, would attest to. It is very, very minute. You know, one or two players, one or two decisions can make the difference in an outcome of these matches. So we simply have to concentrate on it, but it's really important that we maintain our competitiveness at this level. At this point, I also wish to advise you all that after 28 years of voluntary service of administration in sport, and 18 of those years, the last 18 of those years in football, that I'll be retiring as president at the conclusion of this season at the AGM in November, to spend some much needed time with my wife Sue and family, who have been very understanding and patient over the last 28 years, for which I sincerely thank them. I would also like to thank you all for the way in which you have treated me. That in itself is very humbling, and not to mention that I've made lifelong friends along the way. I'm personally of the opinion the league is in good shape, and that we're well positioned to enter a new era with an energetic president. I guarantee you I will not lose my passion for football and the Great Southern Football League, and look forward to continuing to see you all at the football. I can announce that Terry Corcoran will be a candidate come November, and subject to club voting, I will be considering an executive advisory role within the league, and that role will be defined and agreed with the incumbent elected president. I thank you all for your ongoing support. I'm very, very proud of the Great Southern Football League and for the way you treat me. Thank you. Thank you to our Umpires Panel for their support and the work the committee does to ensure this is a well-run operation. Many of you don't realise that the combined Southern Football League's Umpires Panel is the largest regional umpires panel in South Australia, with 158 umpires servicing 3 leagues and some 6,000 appointments per season. That's no small job. And in addition to that, this year we've provided assistance to the River Murray Football League. They're represented here by their president Roy and the Curran brothers, and they're an integral part in that moving forward, and I thank you, and I'd like you to acknowledge this, the enormous amount of work they do. And finally, the executive, I can't thank you enough as clubs, and all of my executive that support us along the way. We have a large team and everyone has a role. To my fellow executives, thank you for your support and for delivering what I've asked you to deliver. For the clubs and all of the volunteers at your clubs, for what you do to make it happen on a game day. And I estimate there's probably over 2,000 of you out there that are putting in and providing services to your club and therefore the league. We do appreciate your support of football. It would not happen without you, and we sincerely thank you for your support, so please acknowledge that. In closing, I would like to acknowledge and thank again the Hotel Victor for their ongoing support. They're represented here by John Virgin and Peter O'Shaughnessy, and they continue to deliver at Night of Nights, and what a wonderful spectacle it is. So thank you guys, I appreciate your support. Yes, you can acknowledge that too. To the Southern Football League, Craig Warman and Malcolm Martin, for your ongoing support and friendship. It is not only that we talk about many things throughout the course of any week. Jointly, the matters that are concerning us in relation to football, directional matters, and to make sure that we get our decisions right. It is more than just a neighbouring league and a part of the Southern Districts. It is a friendship we've forged that won't ever be forgotten or lost. To Roger Follett and Robbie Potts from Lake Breeze and Bleasdale respectively for their assistance with our wine tonight, can you please acknowledge that? Thank you. To Greg Rossiter, Roxy as he's affectionately known, and Ken Burgess for what they're doing presenting tonight. Thank you for your support, and that is going to be continuing for the next few weeks because we have a few other events. My fellow executives and their partners, sponsors and guests, thank you. Congratulations to all the medal and award winners and all the new League Life members tonight. Good luck to all teams during the finals and to the Southern Football League with their final series and the Great Southern Netball Association for their final series that they're about to embark upon. Thank you all for your attendance tonight. I hope you enjoy it and good luck.
It's footy finals fever. The Great Southern Football League's footy finals are finally here. Who will win the holy grail of local football?
Mount Compass.
Probably Farnbell.
Akamallanga.
Probably McLaren. Mount Calapas.
Join Happy FM as we take you on a journey through the finals to the ultimate destination, the GSFL Grand Final on Saturday, September 22nd, with our expert commentary team, Kevin Curran.
Kevin puts it straight through the goal.
Neville Miller. And Trevor Pryor.
Turns around, picks it up, handball.
Calling all the action. Every finals game live streamed via the Happy FM website.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, whilst you complete your entree, which was sensational, thank you again to the Hotel Victor. If I could have your attention. One of the important parts of our night is live memberships, and I'd like to start with asking Craig Warman from the Southern Football League and Chairman of the Southern Districts Football Association to please come forward, as we would like to present a live membership award to a servant of Southern Districts, which is, this is in excess of 15 years of service, and I'll let Craig speak about the person and make this award. So please welcome Craig Warman.
Thanks, Gordon, and as Gordon said, Southern Districts footy is an important part of not only the Southern Football League but the Great Southern Football League, and for many years we've been there or thereabouts in the pursuit of excellence in regards to how we go about our footy and putting both leagues on the map statewide. But to do that, we've got to have a lot of people that work behind the scenes, and this gentleman is no exception. He's been here from the start of the Southern Districts campaign, and probably when you think about the weekends, they're probably the hardest workers of all during the weekend. And it gives me great pleasure to invite Neil Lang from the Willunga Footy Club to come up and accept live membership of the Southern Districts Association. No, you can have that. I won't put you. Over here, Neil. Hey, look, thanks guys. I wonder why I got invited tonight. Now I know. Herman, Lucy, yeah, good work. Hey, look, I've been out of a few years, and look, there's one passion I had was, when we used to do the weekdays in the city, and then we, went out to the adventures of going to away and that. But yeah, thanks everyone. I really enjoyed the connection with the River Murray when the River Murray were on board, and the Hills and the Southern and the Great Southern. But made a lot of friendships with trainers and players. You know, the amount of times you go to the airport and you see someone, you say g'day, and say, who's that? Oh, well, used to know I'm from Southern Districts. But thanks everybody. I enjoyed the journey, and very much. Not a trainer anymore with the club, but while I was, always was involved with Southern Districts and the leadership and the group we had. It was always a fun time, and with the players, I thank the players too, because they were always respectful of trainers, and the trainers of today that go there, they still get the respect of the players. So I thank the players, and I do thank the Southern Districts committee and executives, and the journeys we've had and the fun we've had during and after the games. So thank you everybody, it was much appreciated. Didn't enter my mind that a life membership of the Southern District, so thank you everyone. Thanks for everyone involved.
Very worthy recipient, Langy, and for your work. He's well known throughout Southern Districts and including the Great Southern Football League, and of course at the Wollonga Football Club, does a lot of work, and as do those current trainers. And without you, we do not put players out there on the park, so thank you. I'd like to all now ask you to acknowledge, and whilst we introduce Kevin Curran to come forward to present our League Player Life members, please. Kevin Curran.
Okay, thanks Gordon. We had a player that reached his qualifications last year. We were going to give it to him 1 week early, but he said no, I'm not taking it until I've played the game, because he was in the finals the next Saturday. So we said okay, we'll hold it over, and this one is for Craig Merritt from Mount Compass. Craig played his first game for Mount Compass Football Club as a junior in 1995, playing 9 matches. He moved on to the Senior Colts the following year and played 48 matches in that competition before moving on to the senior ranks. Craig has played 18 reserves, 235 A-grade matches as a midfielder or forward, and takes pride in maintaining his outstanding fitness level. He's known as Piggy to his teammates. Craig has played mainly on the wing in recent seasons, after spending most of his senior career on the ball. He is recognised for his fearless, tenacious attack on the ball and the player with the ball, which belies his unassuming nature. Craig played mostly through a period where the club had limited success, and his commitment to the value to the club cannot be questioned. He has not been accorded personal accolades, often given long-serving players. However, his contribution has always been about gaining team success. Player life membership of the Great Southern Football League is a personal achievement of which Craig is thoroughly deserving, and stands with his premiership successes in 2016 and 17 as the highlights of his career. So as well as his 234 A grade, 18 reserves, he played 33 senior Colts and 9 junior Colts, and he's still playing. So well done to Craig Merritt, and worthy recipient of Player Life Member of the Great Southern Football League.
Just like to thank the Great Southern Football League. It's a great comp we play in. I also like to thank the Mount Compass Football Club and Gabs and Zim. I've been there for the low times and lucky enough to play in the couple of premierships that we just played in. And also just like to thank my mum and dad and my girlfriend Chelsea for their love and support. I wouldn't be here today without them, so thanks.
Well done, Craig. Craig, and if I could ask Herman Lucas as a live member to please come up to help present the next one, please.
Right, the next one we've got for a player life membership is Steve or Stephen Carl from McLaren. He's the first player to receive player life membership from the McLaren club, and football would have to be the first player, that's right, from the McLaren Football Club to receive this award. He would have received it a couple of years ago, but he changed his name from Stephen to Steve. In Sporting Pulse, it looked like there was another player playing. So that took a while to sort that out. When Steve and Stephen got sorted out, they found he played 283 A-grade games for McLaren, 24 reserves games in the Great Southern Football League, and he would have played many more for McLaren in the Southern Football League. Steve is one of those players that every club needs, who just does his job each week with a minimum of fuss. So well done to Steve, you deserve this award at last.
Thanks very much, guys. This is, I'm pretty happy with this one. And my brother, who I think's about to get called up, check. He's not able to make it tonight, so I'll speak for both of us. But we're both just really happy, and I guess lucky that we get to play in such a great league where everyone gets along. Great teams, a lot of people we went through school with, and the family and the community that get around it. It's just a fantastic thing. So we consider ourselves both very lucky that we've been able to be involved in it. Thank you to the league and for all the hard work from all the supporters, the volunteers. It makes a big difference, and 28 years of service is absolutely huge. It makes this look like absolutely nothing, so great work on that. Good luck to the team playing finals, and congratulations to the medal winners tonight. Cheers.
Yes, Steve just tells me that his brother, who is also due to get it, is not here tonight, but he played his 225th A-grade game for McLaren, and he's obviously played a lot of junior football also in the Southern Football League when McLaren were in that competition. So he played 68 junior games for South Adelaide from 1997 to 2000, then going on to play 8 reserves games in 2000 and 2001 also for South Adelaide. He's gone on to play 232 games in the GSFL with McLaren, as well as 8 reserve games over that time. So well done to David, and I'm sure his brother Steve would be pleased to take the award to him. We've got another one here from Mount Compass, and this one is Nick Brokenchild. Nick has played all his football with the Mount Compass Football Club, from mini colts through the junior ranks to A grade. He was a regular in the A grade side while still eligible for senior colts, known to his teammates as Kid. He's referred mostly now as Brokey, and he has played 240 A-grade games without ever playing in the reserves competition. Nick's main attributes are his courage, tenacity and fearless approach. He has played mostly in the forward lines in the early part of his senior career. However, his ability to read the play, together with his marking skill, made him one of the most reliable defenders in the league. Nick is a natural leader and is now in his 11th season as A-grade captain. He must have been captain when he's 20. 17. At Mount Compass. He is known to never take a backward step, either from a physical contest or from voicing his opinion, I've been told. Having played through many tough seasons with limited team rewards, Nick has been a major contributor contributed to the success that Mount Compass has recently enjoyed. He is totally committed to Mount Compass, and it would be inconceivable to imagine him playing anywhere else. Many see him as the heart and soul of the Mount Compass Football Club. Life membership in the GSFL is hard-earned, well-deserved achievement, and sits along Nick's honour of dual premiership captain, and I think he's the only dual premiership captain that Mount Compass has ever had. He has played, along with his 240 A-grade game, 69 junior colts, only 22 senior colts because he played most of A-grade in that time. So well done to Nick Brokenshire as a life member.
Obviously like to thank the league. As everyone knows, it's the best footy league in the country, of the whole state. So it's an honour to be able to be a privilege and to be a part of that. So thanks to the league. Just thanks to our Mount Compass Footy Club and the past coaches and the committees that have allowed myself to take the field, and along with all the other players that have been there. Being a little club, we probably struggle in different areas, and it is really nice to finally see some success in the last couple of years after all the years of battling on. And yeah, it's just a great honour to be able to receive this award tonight alongside one of my best mates in Piggy. So yeah, just been there for the last 15 years, Piggy and I, and yeah, it's just really great that the club's allowed us to pursue what we want to pursue in a tough decade of football, but thanks to some really good go-getters at the footy club, we've been able to get to where we want to go. So thanks to the league, and best of luck to everyone tonight at the medal count. Cheers.
So the next one we got is Mark Tucker from the Strathalbyn Football Club. Mark cracked into his first Roosters team in 1994 when he started playing mini colts at the age of 7. This was in the days at Strathalbyn when you had to be 8 years old to play because of the numbers. But it also helps if your dad happens to be the coach. From there he went on to play 43 games in the junior colts, including the premiership in 1999. 76 games of senior colts, where he played a handful of A-grade games, saw him headed for the big time. It seems his only time spent in the reserves, 6 games at Strathalbyn, was a few times he went overseas on holidays, and the coach at the time would not let him straight back into the A-grade side. The last time overseas in 2013 saw him serve his 1-game penance, so he didn't put him back in. He went off for a stint at Keith in 2011, where he played, but after suffering from a hamstring twinge, he managed only 13 games. He returned to Strathalbyn the next year in 2012. Except for an overseas trip previously mentioned, he has not missed a game to this day. A consistent player, 12 years of playing A-grade at Strath, has seen him come up for association squad selection, but his only time representing the Great Southern Football League was as a senior colt, and then just once, in 2013 as a senior player. Mark has not gone unnoticed in club awards. He won the Best and Fairest Senior Colt. He was the A-grade Best Team Man in 2010 and 14, Most Consistent Player in 2012, 16 and 17, the Most Courageous in A-grade in 2013. He has featured in A-grade premierships in 2010, 2014, and he also played in 2008 and 2009 Grand Finals. He was awarded Strathalbyn Football Club Life membership in 2016. His current tally stands at 235 games for Strathalbyn. Marcus played 225 A-grade games in the Great Southern Football League against Mount Compass. That was the day he did it in round 8, 2018. So well done to Mark Tucker.
It's obviously a huge honour to receive this from such a strong league, so means a lot, and thanks for my parents and wife coming tonight to share in the moment, and also the Strath Football Club for all they've done for me over the years. It's a great club to play for, so yeah, and all the coaches over the years that have picked me every week to allow me to get to this tally, so yeah, hopefully I can play a few more. Thank you.
Well, before I finish here, Gordon, there is one more. This person first became involved with the Great Southern Football League in 1978 as an A-grade premiership player for Langhorne Creek. In fact, it was his third premiership in a row, the other two previously with the Hills Football League. So there's only one person here, and that can be, and that's Gordon Tonkin. He started as a senior colt in the late 60s, and he played about 200 games for Langhorne Creek and was described as a flashy wingman. After 6 years as president of the Langhorne Creek Club, he decided to nominate as president of the Great Southern Football League. He was voted in as president for the 2009 season. Gordon was not one to take a back seat. He became very much involved in the day-to-day running of the league. He served on the Umpires Panel board every second year as its chairman, alternating with the Southern Football League. He also served on the SDFCA, which is a committee which organised association matches. This was firstly with the River Murray League and then the Southern League. After the SACFL changed the makeup of the Southern Zone, Gordon has a passion for association zone football, and for a time looked like being the only GSFL president to be undefeated in association football. Well, he was going okay. We won the first 8 times he was president, and then he had a bit of a lapse in the last 2. So that's not too bad. So Gordon, he was on suicide watch there for a while, losing 2 in a row. We lost in 2016 and 2017 to the Southern Football League. The GSFL won every association match from to and including 2004 to 2016, so that's not a bad run. Gordon's expertise in insurance was not only used by this league but by the SANFL as well. He was also a part of the SACFL for a short time. He served on the GSFL as a tribunal member during his time as president. Gordon basically made the job his own. He travelled around the league to clubs on Saturday morning, watching games from Moddies, Minis to the A-grade. He is a workaholic for the league, nearly always while at work, ready to take a phone call for a talk about football or to listen to people's problems, and giving his own well-chosen words of advice. And I know he does because I speak to him about 3 times a day. I know, as I have spent many a time on the phone to him, that while he was at work or on his way home over the last 10 years. Gordon did the job as no other person has previously, or no other person is likely to do. We must say well done to Gordon. We hope you enjoy your time away from the game for a short time, while you have left this league in a much better place. So well done, Gordon, and let's hope you have a great time.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on a job well done. over the past 10 years, President of the Great Southern Footy League. I'm going to steal a few words from Kevin along the line, but I wrote a few things myself, and we wish to acknowledge and thank you for the tireless and exceptional work ethic of this period of time. The league is in a good place. You stole that off me. Unfortunately for all involved, you've decided to retire and to not seek re-election for the coming 2 years. A decision we all understand and respect. On a lighter note, isn't it great to hear what Kevin said about the 13 senior association games in a row? 5 by me, and 8 by you. It was been a great time, and it's been a pleasure being your Vice President. Gordon, I phoned all the presidents for their votes and did this in a very secret way so that you wouldn't know what was going on. Did you have any idea what was going on? Right, there's no infiltrators, which is really, really good. In closing, and on behalf of the Great Southern Footy League, its clubs, their committee, members, GSFL executive, the tribunal members, the Southern Footy League, the Southern Districts panel, and the Umpires Board and panel, thank you very much for your time.
Well, I certainly didn't see that coming. And obviously all the presidents, and they certainly kept tight-lipped about it. If I could correct you a little bit, Kevin, in that you said 6 years as president of Flower Creek Football Club, it was 8. And I am the most unsuccessful president that club's ever had, having in its history, having never ever won an A-grade flag and 4 years runner-up. Roger keeps reminding me of that. Having said that, we had some great times, and of course with the league we've had some great times. It was interesting that during the time when I left and took on the role as president of the league from Lincoln Creek, I had always a jocular comment that couldn't win a premiership, so they got rid of the president and kept the coach. Well done, Simo. We did have some great times then, and I've forged some great friendships throughout, not only the Lincoln Creek Football Club, but through every single football club in our league, together with people from our Umpires Panel, from the Southern Football League and our other neighbouring leagues, and Sandford. And I guess I can guarantee you I didn't know this was coming, otherwise someone may have coerced my wife to actually attend. Sue knew nothing about this either because she didn't say anything. So look, I thank you very much. It's an honour that I don't take lightly, and in terms of delivery to the Great Southern Football League, I am very, very sure that what will happen in the years to come is not going to be better than what you've had in the past. We are really, really well positioned to take advantage of what confronts us, and I certainly appreciate the fact that we have someone of the quality of Terry Corcoran to be a candidate for that, and the work that he's done in establishing our women's competition is testament to that. And moving forward, that is a massive part of our operation now, and it's only getting bigger. Look, I do thank you very much for this. It's very humbling, and it will take pride in place. Thank you. I think we better have a short break before we do the next set of votes, please. Thank you.
It's footy finals fever. The Great Southern Football League's footy finals are finally here. Who will win the holy grail of local football?
Mount Compass.
Probably Untitled.
Akamulanga.
Probably McLaren. Mount Calipers.
Join Happy FM as we take you on a journey through the finals to the ultimate destination, the GSFL Grand Final on Saturday, September 22nd, with our expert commentary team, Kevin Curran.
Kevin puts it straight through the goal.
Neville Miller. And Trevor Pryor.
Turns around, picks it up, handball.
Calling all the action. Every finals game live streamed via the Happy FM website.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if I can get your attention again, please, and ask you to resume your seats. Whilst you're doing that, Kevin will do the Argus medal count, to be presented by Perry Jones, who's present. He's been supporting this medal for a number of years, so please acknowledge the Argus and Perry Jones for his support of the Argus medals. And whilst, just before we do that, I do have a sincere apology to Deb White, who's represented Great Southern Netball Association. I thought it was Lynn Cowling and I couldn't see where Deb was sitting. I've known Deb for a long time, so sorry about that, Deb. But it's Deb White who's representing Great Southern Netball Association in conjunction with Kristen Adams, so sorry about that, Deb. We'll move on. Kevin, you can take over.
Okay, thanks Gordon. This is a reserves count. Start off with round 1. Encounter Bay versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Simon Sports. 2 votes, Roy Jolly from Wollonga. And 3 votes from Encounter Bay, Andrew Rosler. Langwarn Creek versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Clifford Wheatram. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Mark Stringer. And 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Ty Corey. Myponga Select versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Myponga, Sean Hutchison. 2 votes, Myponga, Daniel McCrow. And 3 votes, Myponga, Nicholas Hutchison. Mount Compass versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. 2 votes, Mount Compass, John Robinson. And 3 votes, Mount Compass, Samuel Scuds. Yankalilla versus McLaren. 1 vote, McLaren, Matthew Stock. 2 votes, McLaren, Samuel Laurie. And 3 votes, McLaren, Joel Charla. This is round 2. Wollonga versus Langwarn Creek. 1 vote, Langwarn Creek, Shane Bone. 2 votes, Wollonga, Roy Jolly. 3 votes, Wollonga, Maddock Williams. Strathalbyn versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Matthew Rogers. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Robert Nelson. And 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Chris Smith. Victor Harbour versus Myponga Selix. 1 vote, Myponga Selix, Nicholas Hutchinson. 2 votes, Myponga Selix, Daniel McCrow. 3 votes, Myponga Selix, Tyson Pratt. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Callum Pope. 2 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Braden Ray. And 3 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Dean McKinlay. McLaren versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. 2 votes, McLaren, Chris Conkey. And 3 votes, McLaren, Joel Charla. Up to round 3, Strathalbyn versus Langwarn Creek. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Nathan Duffield. 2 votes, Langwarn Creek, Rob Lyon. And 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Matthew Miller. Encounter Bay versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Callum Banks. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Cameron Usher. And 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Jack Kirk. Wollonga versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Wollonga, Damien Young. 2 votes, Wollonga, Simon Roberts. 3 votes, Wollonga, Bradley Gosling. McLaren versus Myponga Selix. 1 vote, McLaren, Joel Charla. 2 votes, Myponga Selix, Tyson Pratt. And 3 votes, McLaren, John Hattie. Yankalilla versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Jake Marshall. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. And 3 votes, Mount Compass, Nicholas Barrett. Round 4, Encounter Bay versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Dylan Mason. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Lachlan Williams. And 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Josh Marshall. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Clifford Wheatrip. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Maxwell Potts. And 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Ethan East. Mount Compass versus Willunga. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Mark Robinson. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Sean Jensen. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. Maiponga Selix versus Langon Creek. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Luke Watson. 2 votes, Langon Creek, Philippe Hill. And 3 votes, Langon Creek, Josh Cranwell. Strathalbyn versus McLaren. 1 vote, McLaren, Chris Conkey. 2 votes, McLaren, John Atting. And 3 votes, McLaren, Joel Charler. Round 5. 1 vote, Willunga, Daniel McNichol. 2 votes, Willunga, Damien Young. And 3 votes, Willunga, Richard Giles. Mount Compass versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Nicholas Hutchinson. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Thomas Mills. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. Langhorne Creek versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Jake Moisey. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Ken Cooper. And 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Tyler Follett. Victor Harbour versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Callum Banks. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Reuben Stutley. And 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Ethan East. McLaren versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, McLaren, Ryan Jeffries. 2 votes, McLaren, Chris Conkey. And 3 votes, McLaren, Joel Charler. Round 6. Mount Compass versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Sean Jensen. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Thomas Mills. And 3 votes, Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. Victor Harbour versus McLaren. 1 vote, McLaren, John Atty. 2 votes, McLaren, Matthew Stock. And 3 votes, McLaren, Jared Wilson. Strathalbyn versus Willunga. 1 vote, Willunga, Simon Roberts. 2 votes, Willunga, Joel Docking. And 3 votes, Willunga, Sean Gale. Maiponga Selix versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Adrian Post. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Travis Stone. And 3 votes, Maiponga Selix, Lyle Sansbury. Yankalilla versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Anthony Clark. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Alexander Lyon. And 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Josh Cranwell. Round 7. 1 vote, Willunga, Jai Best. 2 votes, McLaren, Joel Charler. And 3 votes, McLaren, John Atty. Encounter Bay versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Liam Partridge. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Travis Stone. And 3 votes, Maiponga Selix, Adrian Post. Yankalilla versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Craig Allen. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Maxwell Potts. And 3 votes, Victor Harbour, James Mulhern. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Reid Mahanes. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Matthew Rogers. And 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Tim Delador. Langhorne Creek versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Josh Cranwell. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Kent Cooper. And 3 votes, Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. Up to round 8. Strathalbyn versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Matthew Rogers. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Will Zimmerman. And 3 votes, Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. McLaren versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, McLaren, Jing Lyde. 2 votes, McLaren, Gian Cogno. And 3 votes, McLaren, Syed Hansen. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Langon Creek. 1 vote Langon Creek, Simon Grosvenor. 2 votes Langon Creek, Rob Lyon. And 3 votes Langon Creek, Tyler Follett. Victor Harbour versus Willunga. 1 vote Willunga, Chris Hopper. 2 votes Willunga, Sam McGowan. And 3 votes Willunga, Bradley Gosling. Waiponga Selix versus Yankalilla. 1 vote Waiponga Selix, Josh Standroom. 2 votes Waiponga Selix, Ben Hutchinson. And 3 votes Waiponga Selix, Luke Watson. The halfway mark now, round 9, Encounter Bay versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Mitchell Davis. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Robert Nelson. And 3 votes Encounter Bay, Craig Litley. Willunga versus Waiponga Selix. 1 vote Waiponga Selix, Mark Post. 2 votes Waiponga Selix, Nicholas Hutchinson. And 3 votes Waiponga Selix, Lyle Sansbury. Langon Creek versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Jared Wilson. 2 votes Langon Creek, Bradley McHughes. And 3 votes McLaren, Sam Bentley. Mount Compass versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Mount Compass, Mitchell Farquhar. 2 votes Mount Compass, Sean Jensen. And 3 votes Mount Compass, Joseph Parsons. Yankalilla versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Matthew Rogers. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Tim Dillator. And 3 votes Strathalbyn, Matthew Miller. Round 10, Willunga versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Robert Nelson. 2 votes Willunga, Ryan Sherry. And 3 votes Willunga, Damien Young. Victor Harbour versus Langon Creek. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Ty Corey. 2 votes Langon Creek, Jamie Hopgood. And 3 votes Langon Creek, Tyler Follett. Strathalbyn versus Waiponga Selix. 1 vote Waiponga Selix, Luke Watson. 2 votes Waiponga Selix, Tyson Pratt. And 3 votes Waiponga Selix, Brody O'Hanlon. Goolwa versus Port Elliot. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Mount Compass, Asher Jacobs. 2 votes Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. And 3 votes Mount Compass, Jack Guy. McLaren versus Yankalilla. 1 vote McLaren, Chris Conking. 2 votes McLaren, Joel Charlo. And 3 votes McLaren, Sam Bentley. Round 11, Langon Creek versus Willunga. 1 vote Langon Creek, Kane Rogers. 2 votes Willunga, Sam McGowan. And 3 votes Willunga, Ryan Sherry. Encounter Bay versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Robert Nelson. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Chris Smith. And 3 votes Encounter Bay, Dylan Mason. Waiponga Selix versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Brody Whitbourne. 2 votes Waiponga Selix, Mark Post. And 3 votes Victor Harbour, Ty Corey. Yankalilla versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Yankalilla, Michael James. 2 votes Yankalilla, Anthony Clark. And 3 votes Yankalilla, Doug Jones. Mount Compass versus McLaren. 1 vote Mount Compass, Cody Connor. 2 votes McLaren, Joel Charler. And 3 votes McLaren, Gavin Mason. We're up to round 12. Victor Harbour versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Robert Nelson. 2 votes Victor Harbour, James Hewitt. And 3 votes Victor Harbour, Ty Corey. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Willunga. 1 vote Willunga, Matt Thomas. 2 votes Willunga, Ryan Sherry. And 3 votes Willunga, Brad Haskett. Langholm Creek versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Langholm Creek, Gavin McHughes. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Chris Smith. And 3 votes Langholm Creek, Kane Rogers. Waiponga Select versus McLaren. 2 votes Waiponga Select, Adrian Post. 1 vote, sorry, Waiponga Select, Adrian Post. 2 votes McLaren, Ryan Hislop. And 3 votes Waiponga Select, Luke Watson. Mount Compass versus Yankalilla. 1 vote Mount Compass, Will Zimmerman. 2 votes Mount Compass, Declan Mayer. And 3 votes Mount Compass, Rhys Evans. Round 13. Yankalilla versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Josh Marshall. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Jason Wright. And 3 votes Encounter Bay, Dylan Mason. Victor Harbour versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Goolwa Port Elliot, Callum Pope. 2 votes Goolwa Port Elliot, Ryan Bridges. And 3 votes Victor Harbour, Jacob Lewis. Willunga versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Willunga, Roy Jolly. 2 votes Mount Compass, James Scudds. And 3 votes Willunga, Damien Young. Langholm Creek versus Waiponga Select. 1 vote Langholm Creek, Jake Moisey. 2 votes Langholm Creek, Gavin McHughes. And 3 votes Waiponga Select, Nicholas Hassan. McLaren versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Matthew Rogers. 2 votes McLaren, Zachary Cameron. And 3 votes McLaren, John Atty. Round 14. Yankalilla versus Willunga. 1 vote Yankalilla, Callum Harrison. 2 votes Willunga, Damien Young. And 3 votes Willunga, Sean Gale. Waiponga Selects versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Waiponga Selects, Tyson Pratt. 2 votes Waiponga Selects, Nicholas Hassan. And 3 votes Waiponga Selects, Brady O'Hanlon. Encounter Bay versus Langholm Creek. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Robert Nelson. 2 votes Langholm Creek, Kent Cooper. And 3 votes Langholm Creek, Gavin McHughes. Strathalbyn versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Jason Gilbert. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Matthew Rogers. And 3 votes Strathalbyn, Mitch Taylor. Goolwa Port Elliot versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Gavin Mason. 2 votes McLaren, Joel Charlie. And 3 votes McLaren, Justin Bollenhagen. Round 15, Encounter Bay versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Scott Pope. 2 votes Mount Compass, Rhys Hammett. And 3 votes Encounter Bay, Connor McNeil. McLaren versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote McLaren, Jared Wilson. 2 votes McLaren, Ryan Hislop. And 3 votes McLaren, Evan Williams. Willunga versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Willunga, Cameron Bull. 2 votes Willunga, Richard Giles. And 3 votes Willunga, Michael Ballas. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Waiponga Selects. 1 vote Waiponga Selects, Kyle Brumby. 2 votes Waiponga Selects, Brady O'Hanlon. And 3 votes Waiponga Selects, Nicholas Hassan. Langholm Creek versus Yankalilla. 1 vote Langholm Creek, Nathan Watson. 2 votes Langholm Creek, Jake Moisey. And 3 votes Langholm Creek, Kane Chandler. Round 16. McLaren versus Willunga. 1 vote McLaren, John Hattie. 2 votes McLaren, Bradley Hill. 3 votes McLaren, Braden Dunlop. Waiponga Selix versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Robert Nelson. 2 votes Waiponga Selix, Nicholas Hassan. And 3 votes Waiponga Selix, Luke Watson. Victor Harbour versus Yankalilla. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Mark Stringer. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Callum Banks. And 3 votes Victor Harbour, Jack Wade. Strathalbyn versus Gulba Port Elliot. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Aaron Manuel. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Mark Scott. And 3 votes Strathalbyn, Joshua Maloney. Mount Compass versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Kent Cooper. 2 votes Mount Compass, Reese Evans. And 3 votes Mount Compass, Jordan Boots. 2 rounds to go. This is round 17. Mount Compass versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Mount Compass, Reese Evans. 2 votes Mount Compass, Scott McMahon. 3 votes Mount Compass, Craig Merritt. Encounter Bay versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Bradley Hill. 2 votes McLaren, Leon Groves. And 3 votes McLaren, John Atty. Langhorne Creek versus Gulba Port Elliot. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Jake Yard. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Alexander Lyon. And 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Philip Hill. Willunga versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Tyson Levy. 2 votes Willunga, Sam McGowan. And 3 votes Willunga, Cameron Bull. Yankalilla versus Waiponga Selix. 1 vote Waiponga Selix, Tyson Thorpe. 2 votes Waiponga Selix, Kane Andrew Arthur. And 3 votes Waiponga Selix, Nicholas Hassan. This is the last round. Gulba Port Elliot versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Gulba Port Elliot, Riley Perry. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Cooper Sampson. And 3 votes Encounter Bay, Mitchell Davis. Waiponga Selix versus Willunga. 1 vote Waiponga Selix, Lyle Sainsbury. 2 votes Willunga, Matt Thomas. And 3 votes Waiponga Selix,
Darian.
Nicholas Hassan.
Need 1 more stake down the end.
Victor Harbour versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Clifford Bleacher. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Jacob Lewis. And 3 votes Victor Harbour, Ty Corey. Strathalbyn versus Yankalilla. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Joshua Maloney. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Daniel Farrell. And 3 votes Yankalilla, Callan Harrison. McLaren versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Lachlan Cleggett. 2 votes McLaren, Gavin Mason. And 3 votes McLaren, John Atty. Well, that concludes the voting. Reese Evans with 27 is the winner. Charler 21 and John Atty in the same club, both from McLaren with 19.
Congratulations, Reece. Whilst we're waiting for him to come up, I can ask Perry Jones from the Southern Argus to come up and present the medal that he's donated to us and supported for many years. Please put your hands together for Perry Jones. Thank you. Just before we do that, Just
Just
before I
double check
get
that's the last one.
allow him to catch his thoughts, could I ask you all please to be upstanding to acknowledge and make a toast to our 2018 Argus medalist Rhys Evans from the Mount Compass Football Club. Big year, Rhys, and well deserved, and congratulations. And I'm sure you probably have a pair of people you'd like to thank. I'll allow you to do that.
Yeah, thanks, Gordon. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming tonight. Thanks for Lee for putting this on. Fantastic night. What can I say? It's a fantastic comp we got here. It's called the Reserves. It's not B grade, it's Reserves, so I'll keep getting told. And it lives up to that. So I suppose where I start, there's two guys in the Streaky Bay from Yank. This is for you boys. So Nido, I was going to thank you. So well done, mate. You're a mentor in my life. I was tight with Victor. Jags, thanks for the finger, mate. Appreciate it. Look, it's been an incredible year. To finish obviously second on the table for Compass. It's been a tough year, but we've got there, boys. So I couldn't have done this without you. So thank you very much. It's a fantastic club to be a part of. Captain Robbo for coaching, fantastic effort, mate. Second or third year here. Loved every moment of it. To Gals for letting me play my footy this year. He come to me at the start of the year and said, "You're fit, ready to play?" And I said, "Oh, I'll probably hang up the boots in the A's and just play reserve." So I appreciate you letting me do that and lead the guys who got in the reserves. To my mate Piggy and Brokey, congratulations on your life membership. It's an honour to pull on the boots with you. And Piggy, hopefully we can do a few more things this year in the reserves. To Bob, Secretary, great job this year, mate. Zimo for President. Outstanding. Youngie for rocking up the train every week and doing your bit, mate. Who else we got? Oh, Nick, sensational, mate. Happy birthday for yesterday. Team manager, he's been doing it for a while now. But yeah, love you, mate. Who we got there? Margaret, all your work in the kitchen. Acto for your timekeeping, sensational, mate. I suppose just in closing, I've got to thank my lovely fiancée Nellie. Getting married in November, so I look forward to that. Also, thanks to my mum and dad. I forgot them in my year 7. I got some award and I forgot to thank him, so I'll thank him this time around. So I'm not sure you're watching at home, but thanks very much. And this one's for Jax from Counter Bay. There was a bloke, we had a few beers one night, and he said, "Well, what the hell are you doing with your footy? You're basically giving it up." I was going to give it up. He talked me into back playing and playing good footy, and that goes to Mark Kirby. I think he's in Thailand or somewhere, Bali, join it. But thanks to him. Yeah, just in closing, good luck to all the teams in the finals. It's a fierce competition. Anyone can win in both A's and B's. So yeah, good luck and thanks very much.
Congratulations, Rhys. Not short of a few words. Okay, if we could also now present our reserves top goal kicker for 2018, and if I could ask Graham Wedding from Telstra to please come up and present this award. Please acknowledge Graham Wedding and the support Telstra have given us over a number of years. Thank you. Reserves goal kicking is a larger tally than in the last few years. In third place from McLaren we had Joel Charler, in second place from Mount Compass Sean Jensen, and of course our reserves goal kicker with 75 goals from McLaren, Chris Quonke. Please come forward, Chris.
After the year we've had though, can't hear me? Yeah, after the year we've had, top of the table, undefeated. You can imagine how many chances I've had. So playing down forward, so yeah. Well done John and the Bull, and Joel and the polling well as well. Thanks just to the whole club supporting me this year. Keep playing me down reserve, so yeah. That's about it. Thanks.
We might as well have the box that came in as a presentation box as well. It makes a lovely display too if you want to put it in the cabinet. Congratulations. And our reserves competition's quite strong, so anything can happen. It's going to be a perler, so get along there and watch it. We'll have a short break and then we'll come back with our male medal count for 2018.
It's footy finals fever. The Great Southern Football League's footy finals are finally here. Who will win the holy grail of local football?
Mount Compass. Probably Umpires Panel. Probably McLaren. Mount Calipers.
Join Happy FM as we take you on a journey through the finals to the ultimate destination, the GSFL Grand Final on Saturday, September 22nd, with our expert commentary team, Kevin Curran,
Puts it straight through the goal.
Neville Miller, and Trevor Pryor.
Turns around, picks it up, handballs.
Calling all the action. Every finals game live streamed via the Happy FM website.
Okay, round one, Canterbury versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, Daniel Bass. 2 votes in Canterbury, Tyson Davis-Neal. 3 votes in Canterbury, Rigby Barnes. Langhorne Creek versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Curtis Perry. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Billy Wade. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Matt Dominish. Maiponga Selix versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Brad James. 2 votes Maiponga Selix, Brad Merritt. 3 votes Maiponga Selix, Ty Allen. Mount Compass versus Goulburn Port Elliot. 1 vote Mount Compass, Tom Pinion. 2 votes Mount Compass, Ziggy Fitzkunis. 3 votes Mount Compass, Jake Beatty. Yankalilla versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Jordan Mutton. 2 votes McLaren, Lachlan Matthews. 3 votes McLaren, Joel Vanderloo. Round 2, Wollonga versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Wollonga, Daniel Bass. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Tom Durham. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, James Seller. Strathalbyn versus Encana Bay. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Mark Tucker. 2 votes Encana Bay, Elijah Horrocks. 3 votes Encana Bay, Ben Davis. Victor Harbour versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote Maiponga Selix, Nick Bartazanko. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Clint Alloway. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. Goulburn Port Elliot versus Yankalilla. 1 vote Yankalilla, Andrew Cook. 2 votes Yankalilla, Josh Sidebottom. 3 votes Goulburn Port Elliot, Daniel Fry. McLaren versus Mount Compass. 1 vote McLaren, Jess Watchman. 2 votes McLaren, Jordan Mutton. 3 votes McLaren, James Matthews. Round 3, Strathalbyn versus Langhorne Creek. I think this might have been a night match, Anzac match, it was. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Mark Tucker. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Tom Durham. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, James Seller. Encana Bay versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Encana Bay, Rigby Barnes. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. 3 votes Encana Bay, Ken Campbell. Wollonga versus Goulburn Port Elliot. 1 vote Wollonga, Tyson Hoffman. 2 votes Wollonga, Daniel Bass. 3 votes Wollonga, Sean Beath. McLaren versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote Maiponga Selix, Lee Hoey. 2 votes McLaren, Joel Vanderloo. 3 votes McLaren, Lachlan Matthews. Yankalilla versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Mount Compass, Tom Corbett. 2 votes Mount Compass, Stuart Hill. 3 votes Mount Compass, Nick Brokenshire. Round 4, Encana Bay versus Yankalilla. Another night match at Encana Bay. 1 vote Yankalilla, John Morris. 2 votes Encana Bay, Gary Carpeney. 3 votes Encana Bay, Kent Campbell. Goulburn Port Elliot versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Goulburn Port Elliot, Daniel Fry. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Ben Williams. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. Mount Compass versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Tom Pinion. 2 votes, Wollonga, Jake Stanfield. 3 votes, Wollonga, Sean Beath. Maiponga Selix versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Matt Merritt. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Josh Miller. 3 votes, Maiponga Selix, Ty Allen. Strathalbyn versus McLaren. 1 vote, McLaren, Jess Watchman. 2 votes, McLaren, Jordan Dutton. 3 votes, McLaren, Brett Ellis. Round 5. Wollonga versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Wollonga, Billy Cook. 2 votes, Wollonga, Jake Stanfield. 3 votes, Wollonga, Marcus Burdett. Mount Compass versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Scott Pittaway. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Matt Merritt. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Jake Vady. Langhorne Creek versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, James Seller. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Ken Campbell. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Curtis Perry. Victor Harbour versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Mark Elliott. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Leslie Wheatra. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. McLaren versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, McLaren, Lachlan Matthews. 2 votes, McLaren, James Matthews. 3 votes, McLaren, Brett Ellis. Round 6. Mount Compass versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Rigby Barnes. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hogan. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Ziggy Vitskunas. Victor Harbour versus McLaren. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Elijah Connors. 2 votes, McLaren, Brett Ellis. 3 votes, McLaren, Lachlan Matthews. Strathalbyn versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Wollonga, Billy Cook. 2 votes, Wollonga, Tim Boyd. 3 votes, Wollonga, Richard Giles. Maiponga Selix versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Scott Ogilvie. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, James Hutchinson. 3 votes, Maiponga Selix, Matt Merritt. Yankalilla versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Sean Robbins. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Caleb Howe. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Jared Kellogg. Round 7. Wollonga versus McLaren. 1 vote, Wollonga, Billy Cook. 2 votes, McLaren, Lachlan Matthews. 3 votes, Wollonga, Sean Beath. Encounter Bay versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Ty Allen. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Ben Davis. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Rigby Barnes. Yankalilla versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Jack McKay. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Clint Dalloway. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Brad James. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Mark Elliott. 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Richard O'Grady. Langhorne Creek versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Lachlan Earl. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Caleb Howe. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, James Seller. Round 8. Strathalbyn versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Scott Pittaway. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hogan. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Nick Brokenshire. McLaren versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, McLaren, James Matthews. 2 votes, McLaren, Lachlan Matthews. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Tyson Davis-Neal. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Ethan Singh. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Matt Dominish. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, James Seller. Victor Harbour versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Elijah Connors. 2 vote, Wollonga, Jake Stanfield. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. Maiponga Selix versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Travis Stone. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Brad Merritt. 3 votes, Maiponga Selix, Matt Merritt. Round 9, halfway. Encounter Bay versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Gary Carpeney. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Rigby Barnes. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Tyson Davis-Neal. Wollonga versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Sean Hutchinson. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Matt Merritt. 3 votes, Maiponga Selix, Josh Miller. Langhorne Creek versus McLaren. 1 vote, McLaren, Lachlan Matthews. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Caleb Howe. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Jared Kellogg. Mount Compass versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Michael Corbett. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Leslie Wheatra. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Scott Pittaway. Yankalilla versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Adam Brenler. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Brad James. 3 votes, Yankalilla, Jacob Labber. Round 10, Wollonga versus Encana Bay. 1 vote, Wollonga, Daniel Bass. 2 votes, Encana Bay, Charles Sharples. 3 votes, Wollonga, Sean Beath. Victor Harbour versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Matt Dominish. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Clint Dalloway. Strathalbyn versus Maiponga Select. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Mark Elliott. 2 votes, Maiponga Select, Brad Clark. 3 votes, Maiponga Select, Damien Hill. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Matt Harper. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hoban. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Scott Pittaway. McLaren versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Lachlan Matthews. 2 votes, McLaren, Jordan Mutton. 3 votes, McLaren, Brett Ellis. Round 11, Langhorne Creek versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Lachlan Earl. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Darcy Clifford. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Matt Dominish. Encana Bay versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Encana Bay, Rigby Barnes. 2 votes, Encana Bay, Callum Tonkin. 3 votes, Encana Bay, Tarek Illingworth. Maiponga Select versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Clint Dalloway. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Jack McKay. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. Yankalilla versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Matt Wilson. 2 votes, Yankalilla, Adam Brenler. 3 votes, Yankalilla, Josh Sidebottom. Mount Compass versus McLaren. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Tom Pinion. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Scott Pittaway. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hoban. Round 12, Victor Harbour versus Encana Bay. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Dylan Leach. 2 votes, Encana Bay, Rigby Barnes. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Wollonga, Billy Cook. 2 votes, Wollonga, Sean Beath. 3 votes, Wollonga, Tim Boyd. Langhorne Creek versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Damien James. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Matt Dominish. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, James Seller. Maiponga Selects versus McLaren. 1 vote, Maiponga Selects, Tom Carroll. 2 votes, McLaren, Heath Lambert. 3 votes, McLaren, Brett Ellis. Mount Compass versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Jacob Labber. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Pat Marshall. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hoban. Round 13, Yankalilla versus Encana Bay. 1 vote, Encana Bay, Wade Sweetman. 2 votes, Encana Bay, Tarek Illingworth. 3 votes, Encana Bay, Gary Carpenter. Victor Harbour versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Ryan Fletcher. 2 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Daniel Fry. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Jack McKay. Wollonga versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Wollonga, Sean Beath. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Josh Davis. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hoban. Langhorne Creek versus Maiponga Selects. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Ben McLeod. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Tom Durham. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Jared Kellogg. McLaren versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Richard O'Grady. 2 votes, McLaren, Jamie Smith. 3 votes, McLaren, Brett Ellis. Round 14, Yankalilla versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Wollonga, Todd Martin. 2 votes, Wollonga, Jake Stanfield. 3 votes, Wollonga, Tim Boyd. Maiponga Selects versus Mount Compass. Mount Compass, 1 vote, Mount Compass, Brandon McKenzie. 2 votes, Maiponga Selects, Tom Carroll. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Tom Pinion. Encana Bay versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, Encana Bay, Aaron Gould. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Curtis Perry. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Matt Dominish. Strathalbyn versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Les Wheatra. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Ross Christie. 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Richard O'Grady. Goolwa Port Elliot versus McLaren. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Daniel Fry. 2 votes, McLaren, John Atty. 3 votes, McLaren, Jess Watchman. Round 15, Canterbury versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Michael Corbett. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hoban. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Scott Pittaway. McLaren versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Leslie Weitra. 2 votes, McLaren, James Matthews. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. Wollonga versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Wollonga, Andrew Prahu. 2 votes, Wollonga, Marcus Burdett. 3 votes, Wollonga, Ryan Sherry. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Travis Stone. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Josh Miller. 3 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Daniel Fry. Langhorne Creek versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Lachlan Earl. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, James Seller. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Tom Durham. Round 16. McLaren versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Wollonga, Sam Alexopoulos. 2 votes, McLaren, Brett Ellis. 3 votes, McLaren, Brendan Gill. Maiponga Selix versus Encana Bay. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Josh Miller. 2 votes, Encana Bay, Gary Carpeney. 3 votes, Encana Bay, Rigby Barnes. Victor Harbour versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Adam Brenler. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Clint Ellaway. Strathalbyn versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Caleb Pope. 2 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, James Fry. 3 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Daniel Fry. Mount Compass versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Josh Davis. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Scott Pittaway. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hoban. Round 17. Mount Compass versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Jake Beatty. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Peter Hoban. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Ziggy Viskunas. Encana Bay versus McLaren. 1 vote, McLaren, Daniel Marr. 2 votes, McLaren, Brett Ellis. 3 votes, Encana Bay, Ben Davis. Langhorne Creek versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Damien James. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Lachlan Earl. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Angus Lowy. Wollonga versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Wollonga, Jake Stanfield. 2 votes, Wollonga, Marcus Verdette. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. Yankalilla versus Maiponga Selix. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Adam Brenler. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Matt Merritt. 3 votes, Maiponga Selix, Josh Miller. Round 18, the last round. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Encana Bay. 1 vote, Encana Bay, Tyson Davis-Neal. 2 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Ethan Sink. 3 votes, Encana Bay, Gary Carpeney. Maiponga Selix versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Maiponga Selix, Travis Stone. 2 votes, Maiponga Selix, Ty Allen. 3 votes, Maiponga Selix, Matt Merritt. McLaren versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, McLaren, Brett Ellis. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Tom Durham. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Jared Kellett. Victor Harbour versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Tom Pinion. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Michael Corbett. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Jake Vady. Strathalbyn versus Yankalilla. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Sam George. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Brad James. 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Richard O'Grady. That completes the votes, and I'm pleased to announce the 2008 medalist is Michael Ross from Victor Harbour with 32 votes. And second, runner-up Peter Hoban from Mount Compass with 22. And third position, Brett Ellis. Equal second, Brett Ellis from McLaren. Congratulations, Michael. Could I ask the patron of our league, Colin Eakers, to please come up and present? Oh, sorry, Colin. I was going to do that to the Goal King. I got that wrong. Could I ask Peter Linder, the chairman of community football for Sandford, please acknowledge Peter and his business to come up and present this. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's another one coming on. I probably didn't need that, Herman. Thanks, Shirley. Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you to please be upstanding a toast to our 2018 male medalist from Victor Harbour, Michael Ross. He's had a sensational year. I actually, on the radio last week, tipped you as a dark horse given those votes. Probably not. You've had a sensational year. Also represented us in association, representative football, so thank you very much for that. Congratulations, and I'm sure you'd like to thank some people, Michael.
Firstly, I'd like to thank the GSFL and the Hotel Victor for hosting tonight. It's been a great night so far. Probably thanks to the Victor Harbour Football Club for the past few years. You've been very welcoming, and it's been really good. To all the teams in the finals, good luck. I wish I was playing, and it's not too fun finishing 6th for 3 years in a row. So good luck to you boys, and thank you.
Peter said, would you like me to speak? And I said, not sure that you'd be interested in talking about a salary cap for 2019 or what might happen with the player points. But I can tell you with an email, there's probably not going to be a lot happen in terms of the player points. There'll be a few little clean-up things. And in terms of the salary cap, I guess we need to make sure that that may be indexed and keep an eye on that. And I know there'll be particular attention paid to reviewing what happens in terms of playing coaches, so that's probably the hottest agenda item. Anyway, that will come out, and we will deal with that in the next few weeks. Even before I step down from my position, that will still be part of one of my jobs I have to do. Now, Colin, it is now that I'd like to get you up to present our goal kicker. Sorry that I got that round the wrong way, Colin. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could acknowledge the patron of our league and past president, all-round good guy, Colin Eakers. He's going to come up the halfway. Okay, I'll hand over to you in a second, Colin, but goal kicking was certainly more goals kicked this year by individual players. In third position from Strathalbyn, Mark Elliott with 58 goals. In second, runner-up from McLaren, Jordan Mutton with 67. And of course our winner, which is well publicised, from the Mount Compass Football Club, Tom Pinion.
Yeah, thank you, Gordon. Tom, gives me a great deal of pleasure, and I think they said it was 87 goals. Well done to an old man Compass man like myself. None of you blokes know how old I am, so it takes a bit of getting up here. But I'm still here, and I'll be back next year. Congratulations, well done to all trophy winners, all clubs in the finals, and have a great final episode. Thank you to Great Southern Football.
Thank you. Quickly, congrats Roscoe, well deserved, mate. To all the teams playing finals, good luck. Got to thank the footy club, Gabs and the coaching staff, obviously all the boys for kicking me all year, and got to thank the missus, puts up with a lot of shit for all year, so cheers.
Okay, we've got a couple more things to do, and if I could, the Club of the Year is also a presentation that we would like to make, and I'd ask Neil Sharp, the CEO of the South Adelaide Football Club, please, to come up and present the Club of the Year. Kevin, have we got some voting slips here? Oh, he's going to put them on the screen. So if we could have a look on the screen. This is, there we go, Club of the Year, McLaren. So whilst they're coming up, there's Wollonga in second position, Mount Compass, Langon Creek and Canna Bay. And as you can see, that is judged by the number of wins across all grades for the club. And if I could ask, oh well, I can tell you Darren Lyons is an apology, so have we got Sadie Gomez or someone from McLaren Football Club from the committee that might like a delegate maybe? Kath Price, well, you couldn't get a better person, she's iconic. We all love Kath, she works tirelessly. Thank you very much, and I'll hand over to Neil.
As Gordon mentioned, congratulations to McLaren Football Club winning this award. Thank you very
I'd just like to thank everyone from McLaren Football Club for all the support that we all give each other throughout the year. Congratulations to Johnny for doing so well with the A grade, and this time, I think for the first time in, I don't even remember when, we've got all 4 grades in the finals, so thank you.
We work, yeah. Yes, Kath, that is a sensational achievement for any club to have 4 grades in the finals, and testament to the hard work you've done, and like you said, Gianni, who also was the assistant coach of our association footy. Does that about bring us nearly to conclusion, Kevin? So I don't want to take up too much more of your time other than to again wish everybody all the very best through the final series. Congratulations to all of those that have won medals and awards tonight, and to our new Player Life members. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you at the football in the coming weeks. Don't forget, we start out with our mini colts, so rather early at 8:30 start this Saturday and Sunday, but that's going to be fun. Thank you to our sponsors and our invited guests and for attending tonight. We look forward to seeing you all in the coming weeks, and good luck. We'll leave you with this thought, if you could watch the screen. Thank you very much.
Now I've often sat and wondered what makes us who we are. It's a question that's been asked before. Some say it's in the history of this land as old as time, but I've gradually come around to think it's more. You see, we love our footy, but it's more than that to us, and I believe it's made us what we are today. The magic and the moments that draw us one and all, it's all there in this Aussie game we play. You see, it's not where you come from or where you got your start. It's not the colour of your skin that makes you stand apart. From Darwin down to Dubbo, from Cairns to Ballarat, we show our footy colours, and how Australian's that. Could be a few kids in a paddock, or a final and the G. There's something about this game that says it's ours. It's talked about, talked about, and talked about some more. In the bush and in the city's lofty towers. See, it's not where you come from, where you got your start. It's not about how much you got that makes you stand apart. From TV down to Tassie, from Broome to Aramac, we wear our colours on our sleeve, and how Australians that. So how Australians that, this body that we play, how Australians that, let me hear you say, it's about who you barrel for, and the number on your back. This game is for everyone, and how Australians that. If I had a crystal ball, I wonder what we'd see.